A few years before the Spanish arrived in the Americas, Atahualpa's father, Huayna Capac, died, and the empire was divided between Atahualpa and his brother, Huáscar. They fought for the land and for the right to be the leader of the Inca Empire. And it eventually became a sort of civil war. Atahualpa defeated his older brother and became the heir to the Inca Empire. But because of the civil war that had taken place recently, the Inca was weak and unstable when the Spanish arrived, which is why we can say that Pizarro took advantage of the Inca's instability.
Good morning, beautiful people of the world, and welcome to the Arts Show. Tonight, we will see a rather different perspective of the Inca conquest. This very audience shall have the privilege to go back in time and see the Inca conquest in another way. Before we go explore the past, a little 101 history course. The Incan conquest occurred in 1532 in the Incan Empire, which includes part of Ecuador, Peru, Chile, and Argentina. The leader of the conquest was none other than the clever Francisco Pizarro, and the defeated emperor, the almighty Atahualpa. Now let's go to our Spaniard correspondent, who is now with Pizarro in his house after the victory against the Inca. Hello? Are you able to reach him?
Yes! This is the house! Should I get in?
Get in already.
Okay, let's go! Senor, I'm a reporter, and I want to know what you and your men did here. Of course, thank you. I'm a reporter, and I want to know what you and your men did here. Well, I have taken this land of Spain, and I killed the Inca so-called leader. And why did you do that? That was the last Inca emperor of this planet. There's no more Inca. This is Spanish. How did the conquest go? What were your strategies? Well, with the help of the Lord and their Highness, we defeated the Inca Empire with a clever surprise attack. They never knew we came. Also, once they captured their leader, they were devastated. I have been told that you kept Atahualpa for gold and then killed him. Is that true? It is true. After he gave me tons of riches because he still wouldn't accept Christianity willingly. He preferred to stay with his religion, and he's better off dead. So, excuse me for asking, Mr. Pizarro, but why did you come here in the first place? It's a good question. This is your answer. I came here to claim this land as and its riches for Spain, to please their Royal Highnesses, and to make them rich and famous. Also, we came here to convert these people, these Indians, to Christianity and leave behind their own religion. So, how do you plan to treat this place, Mr. Pizarro? What is your vision for this place? This is Spanish land now, so everyone will speak Spanish and obey the Lord's orders. We are all loyal servants of their majesties, and I plan to bring Spaniards here and develop this shattered empire into successful Spanish territory. Thank you, Mr. Pizarro. Gracias. So, now we go back to the studio while I go eat some tamales, okay?
Thank you very much for that enlightening interview, Mr. Pizarro. We are now going to take you to a different sort of view. We have, somewhere in the forest, an Incan couple that witnessed the attack. Let's see what they say.
We are now live with a couple that was present when Pizarro made his surprise attack begin. Sir, could you tell us, what exactly did you see? He says Pizarro made a bloody mess. Blood was all over the place. It was as if Supai himself had arrived, his god of death. So what else happened?
Pizarro!
Instead, her daughter is missing. I hope she's well. I'm so sorry to hear that. Back to the studio.
Very interesting and very sad. Let's hope the daughter's still alive. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another surprise for you. We have genuine footage of Atahualpa's last moments alive before Pizarro killed him. We had a Spanish spy that allowed us to talk to Pizarro with no interruptions on his very last moments. Hello, reporter? Are you still near him? Is he in shackles or chains? We are very curious to know.
Yes, I have found Atahualpa tied in a rope, but still looking proud and dignified. Let's go see. Your Highness, Atahualpa? Could you answer some questions for us?
Yes, I speak English. I can try to answer some questions.
Great, let's begin. How do you see the conquest?
I will start from the beginning. It all started when the foreigners came. At first I invited them into my palace. They did not seem dangerous. I met the leader, a sturdy man with a strange looking face.
Pizarro.
Yes, Pizarro was his name. The next time we saw each other was in the battlefield. He was carrying a strange looking plus sign. It was wooden. One of his men gave me a book. I thought it was useless. I threw it to the ground, and then Pizarro said something in strange language. Suddenly, men came out of the shadows and attacked me and my people. It was horrible. They killed only for power, while we fought for God.
So they were trying to convert you to Christianity.
Christianity? That's strange religion. Yes.
Thank you, Your Highness. I'm very sorry things didn't turn out the way you wanted. But back home to the studio.
Thank you, Atahualpa. We have learned a lot about these two people. Now, to wrap up the show, we have our own doctor on the line to explain the spreading of smallpox across the Americas. Doctor, are you there?
Smallpox is a contagious disease that spreads through contact, but does not spread much through being carried in the air. Someone who has smallpox has several symptoms, such as white bumps on his or her skin, a high fever, and he or she will ache badly. It can be fatal if your immune system is compromised and you are already sick. This disease has killed many people worldwide, in the millions category, including some of the Native Americans that were here when the Spanish came to conquer them. When they first came into contact with this disease from the Spanish, they started getting infected and eventually they died in massive numbers. So remember, kids, stay clean, and if someone looks like they have smallpox, avoid them and don't touch them at all costs. Back to the studio.
That was our show. We hope you enjoyed it. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and know when our show times. We will be here next week with a fascinating story. Where was pizza invented? Bye people, you're beautiful, it's true.